We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night, all sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday?
The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. Third play here on this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he's met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Mark that one against one of the top left tackles in the league, Tyron Smith. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, they're permeating the league with their guys as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy bootlegging it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, you have no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Chuck Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Oh, look at the juke. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they got to find a way to keep him on one so they can throw the football.
And they'll work this one out to about the 38. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this one. And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk for what he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they'll get 8 on this before being stopped at the 28. 3rd and 2. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell the 1st down, steps up, and get there.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Ayuk goes in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pull that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he's going to be the Niners' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jet 16. Excellent play there on 3rd down, give him 25 yards.
I don't know how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And able to find forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Now Purdy. Touchdown. George Kittle for 8 yards out. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rush coming and he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play call.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A quick throw there out to Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 47 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm not going to physical reaction. Watching what's happening right now. Let's give them a rest, too, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. There he goes left side. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing here, Purdy. And this one is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
It's taken to the 26. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Able to shake him off. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
They did something to disrupt that timing.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. They'll start on the ground. Hall And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete. It's Charles. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there to leave nobody open. Now 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now we got another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
There's been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. Pushing his way through. And then he goes with a juke. Terrific return there. 27 yards on the total. And up on the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. Purdy now on 2nd down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun, Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. For Kittle here, it's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Straight ahead is Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Purdy looking to throw.
That is caught. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And it's caught by Jennings.
2nd and 7. Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Purdy. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. He's going to air one out. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers.
Throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone in the coverage to crack the throwing lanes?
3rd down throw and misses the target incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Who would have juke? It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
Welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Couple of Jets there in on the stop.
A second down throw for Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Purdy from the gun. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
He'll look to set up his blockers.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
At the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Rodgers now to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Rodgers going to throw. And this is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones who need to touch the ball.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
And the throw in going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And take it right on the 30. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He's love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ball start. Offense.
3rd and 5.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him? That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
They go play action here. Purdy.
And this will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic 1st down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic 1st down.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson.
Paul want to give up the middle.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run up the basketball plays.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped at his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Niners set to take over on offense.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and a couple.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
McCaffrey following the penalty. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Shoves him away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Now 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
That's Samuel, caught left side. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 4th down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
In motion right, that's Williams. A handoff for Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. Completes it to the tight end, Killer.
Holding, Austin.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Throwing here, Purdy. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play. And they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Hall to start the drive. Oh, it shifts past him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
He's airing it out for Williams. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a play action now for Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers. It's caught to Charles. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
2nd and 10. Here's a give to Hall. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allow them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they're back within a touchdown at 17 to 10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
That's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
That's caught by Jennings. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Purdy.
Throw left side complete. That's bad. And he's going to have the Niners first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter. I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know the defensive guys are thinking right now, just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man, here is Conklin. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Call up the first down, and the goal in the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mason. Defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Nice little juke.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
On third down, here's Purdy. He's taken in. He's been taken in.
Touchdown for the Niners. George Kittle, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. The extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Caught. It's Wilson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Rodgers now to throw.
And that's caught by Williams.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game. That'll do it. These week 1 primetime games always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for San Francisco, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.